Absolutely. I mean, there actually there is that argument by one of the leading economic analysts in the country. We may be taking a look at that very soon. Yes, indeed. I remember when the story first broke, on Facebook, one of my friends posted something. It said something like, Zimbabwe, here we come.
Exactly.
I actually couldn't figure out what he meant until when I read the rest of it.
Exactly.
I mean, okay. Let's now take a look at, the views of the common man on the street. It's a vox pop on the 5,000 naira denomination, and we'll be right back.
It's a kind of a way this rich man would use to cut away our money. You can imagine if somebody receiving 30,000 naira salary, and by chance he threw away, he dropped two pieces of the note of 5,000 naira. He will be in trouble. So I don't believe that 5,000 naira worth it. So they should just cancel it.
Saying is of no use is that there's a medium of the politicians to steal our money out there. The higher the currency, which I believe, the higher the currency, the higher the problem. Because having 5,000 naira notes now, Nigeria will forget about our so-called 50 naira, 10 naira. I remember when 200 naira came out, we forgot about the coins. So the note is of no use to me. I don't know of other Nigerians.
The problem is this. Using such amount to change our Nigerian money is of no use. Why? Look at the federal road. There is nowhere that is good. Why can't they use that money to repair that road? Then they use such amount to go and get changing our money. We don't need coins. The coins we have been using before, nobody uses coins because it's too heavy. You can't put coins in your pocket. There's nowhere you go. They'll give you coins. You took it.
Well, then, those were the views of what we'll call the ordinary Nigerians. Ordinary Nigerians because they are not financial experts. They are just, everyday people like, you and I, who just use the naira to meet our daily needs. Now, very interesting perspectives here. One of them said, well, it was just a matter of creating enough convenience for corruption to thrive. The bigger the denomination, the easier money will be there for whoever it is to carry around very, very comfortably and very conveniently. The other one did remark that, of course, if I lose 10,000 in two 5,000 naira denominations, it's a problem. Very, very interesting perspectives are here. And then, of course, the issue of how much is it going to cost the federal government, and by extension the Central Bank of Nigeria, to, print the 5,000 naira note and then do all the conversion, and then, of course, not to talk about the old notes which would need to be destroyed. I think the calculation came up to about 54,000 naira. Now, these are arguments. Let's take it to the next level. Are they really, really valid?
Well, if you listen to what one of the speakers was saying, that it's actually a convenient way for those that are privileged to be running the economy. If you look at the Nigerian structure, the structure of the Nigerian economy, 80% of the wealth of the nation is being controlled within just 1%. That's the official statistics that places around. And at the same time, 1% exactly. At the same time, the tremendous amount of income goes into the recurrent expenditure, salaries, wages of special assistants, senators, the central bank governor himself, together with the retinue of all the ministers and all that. So if you now listen to what the other person who was in your program was saying, it's a convenient way designed for them that are handling this huge amount of money, because 100 million Nigerians, or slightly more than that, are subsisting on less than $1 a day. So they don't actually even see the 5,000 naira. So who are the people that are seeing this 5,000 naira? They are the just 1% that are controlling the 80% of the wealth. So they are used to Dutch mark, they are used to the euro, they are used to the dollars, and then it's a convenient way of saying, instead of carrying this Ghana must go, quote and unquote, why don't we have bigger and bigger denomination? And the fear is that after they've gotten used to spending 40 billion naira to print in maybe South Africa, it's not going to be printed here in Nigeria, because the printing and minting company is almost in a state of comatose, I understand. Yes. So most of the printing work will be done abroad, and it's a huge drain on the national economy, and so it doesn't make real sense.
Yes, but then, of course, if we say that it is to create convenience for those who would have access to large amounts of the funds, if you go to an ATM these days, it's very difficult for you to get any denomination lower than the 1,000 naira note, which is the highest denomination. I mean, Mr. AKG, is that not going to obtain in this case? I mean, if it's going to be, if you say it is going to be exclusive to the stupendously wealthy, I'm sure the automated teller machines would take care of that. I mean,
I think it is a misdirection of perspective for us to concentrate on who the 5,000 naira note is meant for. Let's bring to the fore the cost of bringing these notes into being. We've learned from the news reports that it will cost close to 40 billion naira. For goodness sake, I'm amazed at the extent to which CBN can go in arguing against some of the very logical, reasonable arguments that even professors of economics have argued against their policy. They are the same CBN that some time ago told us that polymer notes are best for the country. Today, they have swallowed their words and are telling us that polymer notes are a failure. They are the same CBN that told us when they were converting 1 naira, 1 naira, 50 kobo, and all that into coins. They also told us that they would create policies that will ensure that these coins are relevant. Today, as we speak, these coins are not relevant. So it's not a question of who is the 5,000 naira meant for. It is a question of priorities. Is it necessary presently to expend 40 billion naira on the printing of a group of notes for the economy, that the economy is suffering? Can 50 billion naira affect any form of tangible results in the lives of Nigerians beyond using it to print notes? For example, can it have any positive effect in our refinery that are presently moribund, that we are all crying for? For crying out aloud, my point here is clear, that the CBN economists seem to pass this message across, that they are the most brilliant economists out there. For goodness sake, we have other economists out there who have also argued vehemently. In fact, even ex-directors of CBN have also argued against that policy. That tells you that there is more to it than just bringing out the notes.